Hi guys, it's Ross from House of Chaos Games, again with another battle report. This time it's with my friend Sean.
Hi everyone.
So he's playing very friendly. Talk us through your list.
Alrighty, so we've got Death Watch here today. Primaris Death Watch, primarily, no pun intended. Got a battalion detachment running, and you've got 3 units of troops, which are the Primaris Intercessor squads. So you've got 5 intercessors in here with a sergeant included. Added into the units is an Inceptor. He allows the units to fall back from combat and shoot normally. And in the squads as well, we've got a Hellblaster. So one of the Hellblasters has got left at home, so unfortunately he's not here today. But we've got Hellblasters in each squad. The squad in the centre has got 2. Hellblaster doesn't give any real benefit to the army as such, it's just a really effective weapon.
Okay.
So those are the Intercessor squads. We've got 2 Twin Lascannon Razorbacks here at the back. No Stormbolters, no Hunter Killer missiles, so just fairly stock. Leading the battalion, we've got a Librarian at the front with a jump pack and a Force Stave. He has Might of Heroes and Null Zone as his powers. Got an extra relic for him in the Force, so he's got the Tome of Ectoclades, which gives me an additional designated unit type that I get to reroll 1s against in the wounds. And then I've got my Warlord, which is my captain. Captain's got Power Fist and Storm Shield. His relic is the Dominus Aegis, of which, if he stays stationary, he grants a 6-inch bubble of a 5-up invulnerable save to friendly Death Watch units.
Ooh.
Himself, he's got that 3-up invulnerable save. And that's the army.
That's a very good army. It's a very good army. So I normally like the Hellblasters anyway, so putting Hellblasters in any unit always good. Yeah, that looks pretty nasty. So first time on camera with my NIDs. Apologies already because the last time I played NIDs was probably 3rd edition, so I've got some nicely painted, well, very young painted models there with my goblin green bases from way back when. But I've got a battalion attachment, so I've got 3 troops choices. I've got 16 Gene Stealers, I've got 10 Gaunts and another 10 Gaunts just for flesh borers. Nothing special about them. They're pretty much designed to die and get in the way. And then hopefully the Brewlord, one of my HQ choices here, will boost these guys up quite nicely, giving them +1 to hit in close combat, which is nice. The other HQ choice is my Flying Hive Tyrant here. Now, he is my Warlord, which is quite problematic, being over 10 wounds. Pretty much anything over here can shoot this guy off the table. But he does have -1 to hit him, one of his relics, and hopefully another -1 hit him. This is only at range through these guys. So they have a little 6-inch bubble around these venom throats here. And they, yeah, so everything within 6 inches, -1 to hit in range only. Over here, I have some Neurothropes, so I've got 4 of them. And the idea of having 4 and not 3 is I get a bit of a stronger smite going off. So it's 2d3 for the damage, hopefully. And over here I've got some Hive Guard. So with the Hive Guard I've got the Impaler Cannons. Now these things can be quite nasty. So each guy has 2 shots apiece and they don't need line of sight when they shoot. So one of the stratagems I'll probably be dropping into them would be getting them to shoot twice in any shooting round, which would be quite nice. But other than that, I have no idea what to expect from these guys. There's 4 last cannons there, which I'm pretty sure they're going to go against this guy. Or I do believe you've got that nasty stratagem that can pick off a HQ even if it has 10 or less wounds. So getting rid of another Synapse creature is always a good play. Okay, so the mission is Tactical Cascade, and it's a Maelstrom of War, so we get to use the cards. I prefer using the cards, and I've never played this one before, so it's a refined strategy mission. So we have to drop 6 tactical objectives that we don't think will be any good during the game. And the tactical objectives in this game, we pick 2 cards, so we get to pick, as in choose from our deck, 2 cards. And in the following phase, if we had scored those objectives, we get to draw another 2 tactical objectives on top. So you can only have a maximum of 6 cards in a turn. And you get the usual Slay the Warlord, First Strike and Line Breaker. But also, additional victory condition is Burden of Command. So for every 3 tactical objectives held at the end of the game that you're not scoring, that is -1 victory point. So potentially 2 victory points dropped at the end of the game if we're holding all 6 that we cannot score. So it's going to be interesting. I rolled for the map type, and I've gone for Dawn of War. So I've dropped behind this building here. So no line of sight blocking, so my Warlord is probably going to be toast from some last cannon shots, I would say. It has -2 to hit at range, so not so bad. But Sean have got to put down his troops first. So he's deployed over here. Yeah, he really doesn't care about cover. He's Marines, he's got power armor, he's going to be fine. So we're going to move up there. So the cards that I dropped, because you're allowed to drop 6 cards, was Supremacy, so I'm not going to grab all the objectives. And I've grabbed a couple for like over here, holding that for 2 turns. And a few cards like that. So the other objective is over here, which is not going to happen for 2 turns, I would say. So regards to the objectives, we have 1 objective here. Number 2 is slap bang in the centre. We have number 3 over there, as stated. 4, I believe, is underneath a pile of nids over here. And we have 5 over here, and 6 over here. So what cards do you drop then, Sean?
So I dropped Advance, because there's going to be stuff in my deployment zone. Dominate, so control an objective closest to Ross's Warlord, that's very unlikely to happen. Psychological Warfare, because I don't think the nids are going to run away. Domination, not going to control all the objectives. I don't really plan on getting into his enemy lines, so dropped behind enemy lines and dropped Blood and Guts, because I'm not intending to get into choppy range too soon.
Right, so we're both on 7 control points. So command points even. I spent 1 for an extra relic on my Broodlord. So I rolled a d3 and I could possibly get either extra strength, toughness or attacks. And I believe you did the same, you bought an extra relic?
That's right, so I've got the relic shield on the Warlord, which is the 6-inch bubble if I don't move, where they get a 5+ invulnerable save. And the second relic is the Tome of Ectoclades, which allows me to choose a mission tactic each turn. So in addition to the army-wide one, I get a second one.
Ooh, that's pretty damn good. Right, so it's going to be your first turn, unless I try to seize the initiative. So I'm going to try it, and that's close. That's nearly a 6. That's a whole 2. So Sean will have first turn. Which cards did you pick? So we're allowed to pick 2 cards, remember, at the beginning of the game.
So my initial objectives are Area Denial, to give me a fairly guaranteed point on the first turn, and the second one I've got is Hold the Line, so again fairly guaranteed point first turn, so that will give me the opportunity to draw 4 cards next turn.
Cool, no worries. Okay, we'll come back after Sean's movement.
Okay, so I've just advanced these guys up 3 inches, so they've not moved very far. They're sat on objective 3 just in case they get an opportunity to get that next turn. Moving over to this area, Razorbacks have stood still, Warlord has stood still. Librarian moved up over slightly, and that's to get his Tome of Ectoclades in range of all of the units, the 6-inch bubble, and he's chosen the rerolls against elites this turn. Intercessors have moved up, bringing the Inceptors into 18-inch range for their assault bolters as well, but maintaining this 6-inch bubble around the Warlord for the 5-up invulnerable save. Not that Ross has got a huge amount of shooting, but I'll take what I can get. So on to the psychic phase. Okay, so kicking off the psychic phase, we're going to open up with a null zone off the Librarian, so this will go off on an 8. So I cast it on an 8, it fails. And the second thing we're going to go for is a Might of Heroes onto this Razorback at the back, which goes off on a 7, because I think I'm out of your affecting range for the -1. So definitely. Might of Heroes on the Razorback just makes it up to toughness 8, essentially is what I'm looking for there. Okay, so opening up the shooting phase, I'm going to begin with this unit of Intercessors here. You've got a mix of weapons in there and a mix of special issue ammunitions. So first off, I'm going to designate that this unit will fire the bolters and the assault bolters into the termagants. The Hellblaster will also go into those termagants just because he's not got range on anything else. I will just double check that he hasn't got cheeky range to Ross's Warlord, which he doesn't. So this unit will pop its shots into those termagants. So I've got 5 bolters. So I'll do those first. So they'll be hitting on 3s. Are they in range of your venom throats? I'm guessing not, because he is a little far away. So hitting on 3s, those Hellfire rounds which will wound on 2s. So, and they're re-rolling 1s to hit because of the captain, and re-rolling 1s to wound.
I'll just scoop these guys off the board.
So the bolters, they all hit. Then these wound on 2s. And that is 5 wounds at -1. Okay.
-1, I only have a 6-up save, I believe.
Cool.
So that was 5 dudes dead, yeah?
That is 5 dudes dead.
I'll remove them from the front.
So my next shooting is the Assault Bolter from the Inceptor, just here. So he gets 6 shots, hitting on 3s, and they're strength 5. So they'll be hitting on 3s, wounded on 3s. They don't get the special issue ammunition. So that is re-rolling the 1s.
That was already
that was knocked over. So 5 hits and wounded on 3s, re-rolling 1s. That is 4 at -1. So another 4 dropped.
Okay, we'll take it from that side.
And then 1 cheeky shot from the Hellblaster.
Are you supercharging?
I'm not supercharging. Hitting on the 3, re-rolling the 1s because of the captain, and wounded on the 2.
It's -4, he's dead. So that's first strike.
First strike. So that is the first unit completed. Then I've got the second unit over here. So the second unit is going to do pretty much the identical thing into the other unit termagants, I think. I'll just have a check of some ranges. So let's check some Hive Guard are out of range of the Assault Bolter. However, normal bolters are all in range of the Hive Guard. So I'm guessing I'll be -1 to hit because you venom throats.
They are.
So let's put the Assault Bolter into those termagants. So that'll be the 6 shots, and then all of the other weapons will go into your Hive Guard. So Assault Bolter, the 6 shots. Okay. Are they within the 6 inches of your venom throats?
That's a very good point. Yes.
So these will be hitting on 4s this time, but still re-rolling 1s. So that is 5 hits, 3s to wounds, but re-rolling 1s from the victim tactic. That's 3 deads. Termagants.
This is -1, oh
yep.
Dear. So I will remove that, so now the unit has a cover save.
Cool.
But they won't be the -1 to hit, so I will remove that dude, leave him there, and him.
Sure.
Remove those 2. That'd be -1 and cover.
So we're going to put 5 bolter shots into your Hive Guard using Hellfire ammunition, so these are the ones that will wound them on 2s.
Nice.
So 4s to hit, 3 hits and wounding on 2s, and that is 3 saves at -1.
Alright, so I'm in cover, I would say so. So 3 saves, just regular saves. Oh dear, how much damage piece?
1.
Okay. So I put down 1 wound.
And then a Hellblaster shot, but not supercharging, so this will hit on a 4 and wound on a 3.
-4, so I'll be taking 2 damage. Not supercharging?
Not supercharging, just the 1 damage.
Just the 1 damage. Okay, right.
So that's that middle unit of intercessors completed. And then I've got some shots with the smaller unit over this side. So the Inceptor is out of range of everything. I don't believe anything's within 18 inch. So then I've just got some long range shots that I'll plink into the Hive Guard. So I've got 5 bolters that will come in first. So these will hit on 4s, wounding on 2s with the Hellfire. So that is 2 saves at -1 on your Hive Guard.
Okay, 2 saves, -1, so obviously in cover.
Yep.
So 4.
Nice.
Okay.
And then 1 cheeky shot from a Hellblaster, not supercharging, so on a 4 and on a 3. That is a wound at -4.
Then I've got cover.
Yes.
So still don't get anything. This is -4.
Yep.
Removes one of those guys.
Small victories. So that just leaves the Razorbacks to shoot. So
just the Razorbacks.
Just the Razorbacks. The Razorbacks will go for. So I'm tempted to spot a proper stratagem to shoot your Broodlord.
Makes sense.
Who is smiling at me through there. So the stratagem is 2 CPs and it's Synaptic Severance, and choose a target for a Death Watch unit in your shooting phase. The unit can target Synapse characters even if they are not the closest.
Oh dear.
So this Razorback at the back here is going to put its twin las cannon into the Broodlord, who is smiling at me through that.
So just the -1 to hit him.
So that will put me down onto 5 CPs. So 2 shots with the las cannons, hitting on 4s and re-rolling 1s. So that is 1 hit, and I will spend a command point to try and turn that into 2 hits.
This is totally worth it.
But it fails.
Okay.
So it wounds on a 3, and that is a wound on your invulnerable save.
Ooh. I'm okay.
Cool.
I'm okay.
Takes it. So that's that Razorback finished, and just got the last Razorback to go.
Okay.
So I will put that last Razorback
into a gourd.
Tempting as that is, I'm going to put that last Razorback into the Hive Guard. So these will be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. So re-roll the 1. Nope, 2 misses.
Okay.
And that is the end of the shooting phase. And as there's no assaults, I think that probably brings around the end of my first turn.
Yeah, so morale for me would be nothing, because I'm in Synapse, and obviously a unit here was destroyed. So, not a bad turn. What have you scored?
I scored Area Denial.
Oh, yes.
So that'll be the 1 point, because you've got a unit within 12 inches.
That's correct.
And Hold the Line I scored for another point, because I've got 3 or more units in my deployment zone.
And
so
first strike, yeah.
Puts me on 3 VPs.
Not bad for first turn. Not bad. So in my first turn I've got Secure Objective 4 and Master of the Warp. So both 1 point each, but I thought they were fairly easy to pick up. For the following rounds, give me extra cards. So, because I'm all High Fleet Kraken, I'm going to roll 3 dice when advancing and take the highest. So first I will go for the Gene Stealer. Okay, so in my turn 1, I've got Secure Objective 4 and Master of the Warp. So Objective 4 is here. So sadly these guys are out of the 3 inches, so I had to move these guys within 3. And my my Hive Tyrant is underneath there as well, within 3, just in case. Move these guys did not advance, because maybe a few lucky shots might do some damage there. These guys rolled exceptionally well for the advance, I doubled the distance with a stratagem to get within an inch of these guys, and my Broodlord advanced behind. So within 6 inches, giving them +1 to hit in close combat. So that was the movement phase. Next, the psychic phase. Right, so the Broodlord is going to try Catalyst for these guys, giving them hopefully a 5-up Feel No Pain. So I need a 6. Yeah, only just get it. So they have a 5-up Feel No Pain there. These guys over here will attempt a Smite at that unit there. They get it. Is it 10 or more for a Super Smite, isn't it? So sadly it's just a regular old Smite. So these guys, because there's more than 3 in the unit, it's 2d3 mortal wounds. So a big old 2 mortal wounds on that unit. I'm going to dish them out.
Check that guy off.
Okie dokie. Don't know what he's done wrong, but hey ho. And they'll go for a Psychic Scream. Now I don't suppose you've got any Psychers in that unit, have you?
No.
Damn. Right, so I need a 5. Goes off, and it's another d3 mortal wounds. So it's 3 mortal wounds on that unit again.
Pretty good. So we'll take off another bolter guy, which will be that bolter guy there.
Okay, so they're done. My Warlord is, first one is going to be Smite on that unit, so it's harder to do now, so I need a 6 or more, because you're still within 18, you haven't taken the dude off the front. Yep, still goes off, and it's just the old d3 mortal wounds, for another 3 mortal wounds on that unit.
Sure. So we will take off the bolter guy.
Right. So my Broodlord, I don't know if he's actually got 2 psychic powers. I think he's only got the 1, isn't
he? Yeah, Broodlord's just the 1.
Just the 1, because it's all about the combat. Right, so I was right the first time. Okay, so I think that's the end of the psychic. Psychic done, psychic done, psychic done. Okay, so next round will be shooting. So shooting's going to be pretty short, so I'll do this straight away. So this guy here should be still within 18, because you didn't take the dude off the front. So he's got 2... let me go to 6 dice. 12 dice, in fact. I always roll half the number of dice. For the flesh borers, it's actually not 6 for 2 weapons, it's actually 12 for 2 weapons. I was going to roll half the number of dice, because they're just that nice, you know? 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, hitting on 4s, because I didn't advance. Aha! Okay, so 3's the wound. Okay, so that is 3 wounds, no minuses. Nothing to your EP. Get my dice out of the way. Go for it.
So 1 fail.
Only 1 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so then I will use what's left of those gaunts over there. So I should have 7 there. So gaunts are going to shoot into the same unit. Hitting on 4s, because they didn't advance. These are only toughness 4, so 4s. A big old nothing. So I might as well, I believe that's still the closest unit for my Hive Guard, because I'm still in Synapse though, aren't I? So that's fine. They haven't moved. 4s to hit. These guys have 2 shots apiece. Hitting on 4s. Okay. And it's wounding on 2s because it's strength 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
2 saves.
2 saves.
I had 2 failed saves.
Okay. Is there any other shooting? I don't believe there is. I've got shooting with tentacle guys, but obviously the tentacles don't have long range. I think that's the end of my shooting phase. I'll spend 2 CP to get a troops unit to shoot again. So these are infantry. Only work on infantry only, so I can't do any of my big beasties or anything. So my Hive Guard, I'm going to shoot again, so that takes me down to 4.
You'll need to roll up damage applied to the other guy in that unit because 2 went through.
Ah, okay.
So you've got a D3 to put on one of the guys.
1 D3? Ah, it's D3 damage. Big O2. Okay. So 4 shots again with the Hive Guard because I spent 2 CP. Hitting on 4s, remember. Wounding on 2s. Okay, I will spend a CP. Take me down to 3. Okay, so that's 2.
2 saves. Saving on 6s.
Yep.
I saved 1.
Ooh, D3. They go 3, so one guy takes 3 damage.
So let's remove him.
Oh, okay, leaving that guy last. Did not expect that. So that's going to leave quite a long charge range to try and pick that guy off. So charges is going to be pretty short and sweet. It's just going to be the Steelers. Would you like to overwatch?
Absolutely. So let's go with frag grenade from one guy. Then we'll put 4 bolters, a frag grenade, 1 hell blaster, and the assault bolters into them. So let's do assault bolters first.
Okay.
So these will be hitting on 6s. That's 1 hit.
Okay.
And a wound on a 3. So that is 1 save.
Okay, so a 5 up save. I'm okay.
So frag grenade is 4 shots, hitting on 6s. So no hits. Then we've got the rapid firing hellblaster, which misses, and then rapid firing bolters. So 6 hits. Just the 1, but wounds on the 2 because of the mission tactic.
Cool.
So just an invulnerable save.
Cool. 5 up and vulnerable. Fails. How much damage?
Just the 1.
So I do have the 5 up Feel No Pain from Catalyst, and I make it.
Excellent.
So no damage. And that's it on the way in. So I don't think I can fail, but see what the big O distance is. Because Gene Stealers can advance and charge in the same turn, which is always nice. So, yeah, 8 inches. I'll come back and try and move all those barrel full of monkeys. Okay, so road 8 for the charge. Wrapped all these guys around as much as I can. Move one guy there just in case. Shoot the nearest. I need to protect him a bit more and get within 6 to give these guys +1 to hit. So they're hitting on 2s now rather than 3s. And with this big bucket of dice, one guy's out of combat. Very orky, feel like an orc. I've never rolled a bucket of dice before. Being Blood Angel, this never happens. Hit on 2. Removing all the 1s. Hour later, I think that's all the 1s. Okay, right. Now I'm wounding on 4s. So Gene Stealers, they hit really accurately, but they don't wound amazingly well. Now, any 6s, which is -6, is it for you all? -3. So 4s. Okay, right. It might be quicker for you to roll these dice for your saves, but we'll work out. There's a few 6s there, to be fair, man. There's a few 6s. Right, so sixes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sixes. Should we do the sixes first?
Sure. So these will be on sixes. That is no saves.
Okay.
So that will drag down. Was it 12 of them?
Yep.
So that's six guys dropped.
Okay, so that's not bad to start with. Not bad. Okay. Now it's -1 on the rest of them. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 regular saves.
On one guy.
On one guy. You got this. You got this. There's only -1, so you got this.
He's a gone.
Okay.
Pretty good
Not
though.
bad though. Not bad. You did better than anyone else. And I will consolidate towards the nearest enemy. So they'll be shimmying up here. And if you want to do your morale while I shimmy, because you've got one guy.
One guy.
What does he need?
He needs a 1 to stick around. But he does get to re-roll.
Because he's a space marine!
No, he does
close. Okay, so I also get first strike, as well as you. Also had Master of the Warps. So score 1 victory point if you manifested or denied 1 psychic power. If you denied or manifested 3, you get D3. So 1, 2, 3. I get D3 victory points. So of course it's a 1, which would put us at 3 apiece at the moment. Because also got secure objective number 4. Do I spend a CP to re-roll that? You can. So moving these guys up, that's the end of my first turn.
Okay, so summary of the objective or tactical objectives that I've pulled this turn. So secure objective 6, which is nice and easy to get to. Suffer not the alien, kill a unit. No prisoners, kill a unit. And assassinate, take down a character. So fairly confident I can pull off at least 3 of those. Assassinate's going to be the difficult one. Movement wise, I've pulled one of the Razorbacks across to try and get a little further away from the Gene Stealers. Hopefully can chase it down. One has stayed still. My Captain and Librarian have both moved across, and my remaining unit of Intercessors has moved across to secure objective 6, and that is my movement. Okay, so opening up the psychic phase, we're going to go with the Mitre Heroes onto the Razorback just over here, the one that moved. So it goes off on a 6, so that goes off on an 8. And I don't think Ross has anybody within 24 of my Librarian to stop that, so we'll just pop Mitre Heroes on the ground behind him so that we remember. And that's probably all I'm going to cast. I don't think there's a huge amount of benefit to putting Null Zone up and Smite's out of range. So straight into shooting in that case. So I'm going to open up with the unit of Intercessors are going to go first with, in fact I need to declare the Tome of Ectoclades from the Librarian because that resets every turn. So I'm going to have the mission tactic that affects HQs this time. So reroll once to wound against HQs. Now, opening up the shooting then, this unit of Intercessors here are going to put all of the bolt fire into the Termagants and also the Hellblaster into the Termagants as well. So, let's begin with those. So we'll do the Assault Bolter first, so that will be 6 shots into those Termagants. He's just within 18.
-1 because of the floaty prawns.
Yes, spaghetti monsters. Hitting on 4s. Okay, so there's 4 hits, and these will be wounding on 3s, and we're re-rolling 1s for the superior mission tactic, which affects troops. So that is 5 wounds at -1, 4 wounds at -1.
Any minuses are bad, because, yeah, they don't have any armor.
So I've got the 5 Bolter Marines, so these will also be hitting on 4s.
You've got 5 now, feel free.
That is 4 hits, and these will be wounding on 2 with the Hellfire rounds, and re-rolling the 1 to wound. And that is 4 more at -1.
So, I presumably cover at the moment?
Yeah, sure.
So I have 4 6-ups to make. You got these boys, you got this. Yeah, 3 fail, and there's 3 left, so that is your unit kill that you're after.
Excellent, so that's Suffer Not the Alien and no prisoners. So that's the unit of intercessors shot, because the Hellblaster shot is wasted. So I've got the 2 Razorbacks left to shoot. So I'm going to play the same stratagem that I did last time, which is the Synaptic Severance, which cost me 2 CPs and put me down to 2. And I'm going to put the Razorback that didn't move into that Broodlord over at the back. So this will be 2 shots, and he's not within the aura of -1 to hit anymore. So hit him on 3s and re-rolling 1s. Of course.
That's about right.
So,
CP?
I'm not sure it's worth wasting any CP on that one.
It
So,
might kill him out. No, it wouldn't actually.
Only if I got really lucky and spiked to 6 on the damage roll. So let's do it. It's looking a little bit one directional. So this will be hitting on the 3. It does hit, wounding on the 3, but re-rolling 1s. That does wound. It's -3, so it's on his invulnerable.
Yeah. Okay. So I have a 5-up invulnerable. I fail it.
Do you wish to CP it?
No, I'm okay actually.
Alright, so damage roll is 3.
Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that.
So finally we've just got the Razorback that did move. So currently he'll be hitting on 4s against what he wants to shoot at, and I'm going to put it into the Hive Guard. So he'll be hitting on 5s because of the floaty spaghetti monsters. So 5s to hit, and that is 2 misses. So that's the shooting phase complete. And probably the end of my turn, I believe, because nothing's within assault range. So scoring, I've scored objective 6, which is held with the intercessors. I've killed 1 unit with Suffer Not the Alien, and I've killed 1 unit for no prisoners, so that's 3 victory points.
Nice, bringing you to 6 now, I believe.
Yep, and I'll be drawing up to the 6 maximum next turn, assuming I'm still alive.
Wicked, you will be. You'll be fine. Okay, so my turn 2. I'm also drawing 4 cards, so that takes me to Kingslayer. Not going to happen this turn, I don't believe. Blood and Guts, so that's destroying at least 1 enemy in the fight phase. Maybe. Witch Hunter, I don't believe I can get to your Psycho this turn. And Scour the Skies. So you do have a couple flyers there, but I don't think I'll be getting to your Warlord. So just be that guy over there. Right, okay, see what I can do. So to Sean's delight, I managed to roll a 6 with these guys on the advance, and I doubled it. So I managed to get the full 20 inches that I wanted. So hopefully I can get into some close combat shenanigans over there. So leaving me down to 2 CPs. Broodlord moved up behind. The Venom Thropes moved up here, so hopefully some -1 shenanigan bubble going on here. My Psychos, my Neurothropes have moved up here, being within 18 inches of the nearest unit. It's going to be pretty nice. My Warlord just moved up, didn't advance, so I get a few nice shots off. And my Hive Guard didn't move at all, because they want the 4s to hit. Right, okay, so Psychic phase next. I'll get right to it. So I'll start with these guys will have Cataclysm from the Broodlord. So Cataclysm needs a big old 6. Goes off only just again, so they have a 5-up, feel no pain. These guys are going to go with Smite on that unit there. So needing a 5. Goes off. You are now within 24. Would you like to try and deny?
Yeah, so I'll try and deny the smite. So
Okay, so you need a 7 to stop me.
Stopped on an 8.
Which you get. So I'm going to go for my Psychic Scream, which also needs a 5. Or do I want to go for... No, I'll go, yeah, Psychic Scream. So it goes off. Only 1 deny?
Only 1 deny.
Okay, so it's a D3 mortal wound for 1 mortal wound on that unit.
So let's just check some ranges. Pop the 1 onto...
Oh, really, on him?
Yep.
Interesting. Right, so I'm going to go Horror on that unit. So Horror, select a visible unit within 24. It's -1 to the hit rolls and leader characteristic. So I need a 6. Does not go off. I'm not going to spend a CP. So then I'm going to use my last spell, which is Smite on that unit from the Warlord as well. Oh, I do Perils. But I'm going to take the Perils. So how much damage do I take? Big old 1. That's not so bad. I can live with that. And how much damage does that unit take? So it's a D6. 6.
Ooh.
6 mortal wounds on that unit.
So we'll drop
That's not bad. That's not bad.
And
I can live with 1 damage on my Warlord then.
and 3.
Okay, so that's the end of my Psychic phase.
Carry over the 1 wound.
Right, so shooting should be fairly quick. So this guy here is going to try taking a pot shot if he's still within 18, which I believe, judge ruling, he is just out. He cannot shoot. So the Hive Guard will shoot 4 shots, hitting on 4s on that unit. I like to keep the 5, but I did drop it. Better than last time, not bad. And wounding on 2s. Okay, so that is 3 saves.
Yep, 6s. I saved 1, so first one's going to kill that guy.
Yeah, so the second one is D3 damage. It's a big old 3.
More guy.
So who else do you want to kill?
Let's drop that guy.
Right, okay. And then they're going to spend their last 2, so I've got no more CPs left, to take 2 more shots on the same unit. Oh dear. And then wounding on 2s, only just.
The 6.
D3, 2,
Kills
so that
guy.
kills 1 more guy. Okay. Okay. Right, end of the shooting phase. Charging's going to be pretty straightforward. These guys, would you like to Overwatch?
What are you charging into?
Going to go into the Rhino, funny enough.
Sure.
Oh, Razorback even, do apologise.
So twin las cannon. 1 hit. Wound on the 2. Whoop, into the dice tray. That is a wound, so 1 vulnerable save.
Which I make.
Doesn't go through, so no catalyst. Cool.
So, charging with these guys. Good job I didn't gamble and try to go for over there as well, wasn't it? I thought I might roll badly. Right, so I'll just shimmy these guys around. It might want to come back in about an hour's time. So, finish moving in the charge, keep them within 6 of my Broodlord. So Gene Stealers, like I said, are really accurate, so they'll be hitting on 2s, but I'll be wounding on 6s now because they're Mighty Heroes. So, hit on 2s. So that'll get much louder. Oh, there's a lot of 1s there. There's a lot of 1s. Alright, no more 1s, I don't believe. Okay, now, only wounding on 6s. But remember, 6s are -4 to your AP, see what we're getting to save. Alright, pick out the 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think there's any more. That's it. I think that's only 5 wounds. There's no more 6s. So -4, so 7 up. No. Only 5 wounds. Okay, okay, but at least you're locked in combat, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not too shabby, not too shabby. So, would you like to smack back?
Of course.
Because Mitre Heroes actually makes a difference.
It does, it gets an extra attack.
Yes.
And an extra strength. So,
Okay, I'll get my dice on the way.
5 wounds, so I've got D3 plus 1 attacks.
Hell yeah!
So D3 is
Okay, so you've got 3
attacks. And these will be hitting on 6s. They all miss.
Okay,
Most surprising.
So the end of my turn. Oh, morale. You got 1 guy left.
Got 1 guy left, yes. So I lost 6 in that squad, so I need a 1 or a 2 to survive. So, and it's re-rollable.
Green, yeah.
No, he runs away to fight another day.
Okay, okay. So that scores me blood and guts because I didn't kill a unit until then. So that's 1 point.
That's in the fight phase, blood and guts.
Oh, so yeah, morale. That didn't happen, did it? Witch Hunter did not happen. Scour the Skies, I did kill 1 flyer.
You did kill you.
1 flyer and 1 flyer only. So I'm left with Witch Hunter, Kingslayer, and Blood and Guts. Right. So I'm on 4, and I believe Sean's on 6. So Sean.
Okay, so a bit of a limited movement phase. There's not a huge amount left on the table. Running you through the objectives, we've got Assassinate left over from last turn. Draw Master of the Warp, Secure Objective 2, Mission Critical Objective, which we rolled up Objective 5, Witch Hunter and Kingslayer. So interesting to see how many of those I can accomplish before I get wiped off the table. So rolling into the Psychic phase. So going off first with a Null Zone from the Librarian, so it's going to go off on a 9 with the -1 from the Shadow in the Warp.
That's tough.
So that's a 7. It's tempting to spend my last CP on that.
Because they have got 3 up and vulnerable. So.
They do, yes. So I am going to use the last CP to try and make that into a 4 or more, but it doesn't. So Null Zone doesn't go off. And we're going to go for a Might of Heroes onto my Captain on a 6, so that goes off on the 9.
I'm going to try to deny it. So I need a 10.
You need an 8. You'll need a 9 because of the shadows.
No?
Cool. So Might of Heroes onto my Captain, and that is the end of the Psychic phase. Rolling into shooting. Starting off with the Razorback. The Razorback is going to put its 2 las cannon shots into the Neurothropes in the middle. So it'll be hitting on 4s because of the -1 from the Venom Throats. And we missed.
Damn.
Very inaccurate las cannons this game. Then Warlord, all he's got is a set of grenades. So he is going to throw a frag grenade into these Gene Stealers here. Is there any point in doing that? Just not. Oh, he's in range of the Neurothrope, so we'll chuck a frag grenade into them.
Okay.
So D6 shots, just the 1, and that's going to hit on a 2, or which becomes a 3, and wound on a 5. That's no wounds. Then the Librarian, he'll chuck a crack grenade at them, so hitting on a 4, I believe, and wounding on a 3. That is a wound.
Okay, so 3 up invulnerable save. I make it.
Cool. That's all of the shooting. So then on to assaults. So 2 charges in the turn. Charge the Captain into Broodlord, Venom Thropes and Zone Thropes, just to give him some options. So he's elected to go into both the Venom Thropes and the Zone Thropes. And the Librarian did exactly the same, but couldn't quite reach the Broodlord, which is his preferred target, so it's gone into the Zoanthropes as well. So rolling into combat to see how we do. Actually, I have to look up the guy's account number of attacks. So he's not made it into combat before, so see how he does. I don't think Ross has got enough CPs to...
I've got no CP.
No
nothing.
CPs. So we will actually begin with the Librarian. So he's got 3 attacks, which hits on 3s, and he'll be re-rolling 1s to hit, because the -1 is only in shooting, I think.
Yeah, correct.
Right. So into the Zoanthropes, 3 attacks on 3s, re-rolling the 1 because of the Captain, and 2 hits. Now his Force Stave is +2 strength, so he's on strength 6, and the toughness of those
4.
guys is 4. So wounding on 3s.
Oh, nice.
That is 2 invulnerable saves.
So that's on these guys, and they have 3 up invulnerable saves. Ooh, fail 1. How much damage, sir?
Is D3.
Ooh, okay, they're 3 wounds apiece.
That is a dead one.
Kills a dude. Kills a guy.
And my Captain then will take his swings, I think, into the Venom Thropes.
Easy to get rid of, I think.
So let's go with his. He's got Might of Heroes on, so he's normally 5 attacks, but this puts him up to 6 attacks. Ooh. So this is hitting on 2s, -1 for the Power Fist though, so it's actually hitting on 3. And re-rolls 1s. Whoop.
Nice catch.
That's 3 misses, unfortunately. So Might of Heroes makes him strength 5, so
toughness 4.
Power Fist puts it up to 10, so it's 2s. And re-roll the 1s.
Oh man, just as well.
So that is 3 saves at -3.
Well, I have no save then, because these guys don't have any invulnerable saves, I don't believe. I think they just have a regular 5-up save.
And they're D3 damage apiece.
Okay, well it's 2 health each, so go for it.
Right, so first one,
Dead.
second one,
No,
he's alive, so the third one
Okay.
just kills that guy.
Okay, right, so...
Over to you.
I might as well go with that guy, seeing as I've got the sheet in front of me. So they have 2 attacks each on the Venom Thropes. So these are the guys that look like tentacle monsters. So hitting on 4s. Oh, sorry, going into him because obviously it's the only person he can hit.
The Captain.
Yep, reroll failed wound rolls only. So this is a whole strength 4. Toughness 4 still?
Yes, toughness 4.
Okay, so 4s.
In fact, toughness 5 because the Mighty Heroes.
So I need 5s to wound him, but I get to re-roll.
There's a wound.
Okay, and people are probably shouting at me now because it's the first time I use these guys in combat. Apparently you can re-roll failed wound rolls for this weapon. A model armed with this weapon always fights first in the fight phase, even if it didn't charge.
So you get to roll a couple more guys in.
Okay, so that's 1 regular save so far.
Which he fails.
Okay, and it's D3. So these guys aren't bad. Ooh, 3 wounds in close combat.
Down to 2.
So I have 2 more guys, potentially, because they would have fought first. So hitting on 4, so not very accurate. But wounding on 5s because of your...
Mighty Heroes.
But I get to reroll. I only need 1 more to go through. No, nothing. So I would say these guys, I didn't shimmy them up.
You get to do piling.
So I can move there, up to 3 inches. So these 2 on there, and him on there. So these 2 are Zoanthropes. 1 attack each. So these guys really aren't great in close combat. So weapon skills 4. Wow, okay. And strength is 4. So you are still 4 with the librarian?
I am 4, yes.
Okay, so that's 1 regular save.
1 regular save, 3
mighty damage.
And he fails.
1 damage. So then the last Zoanthrope against your Warlord hits. Wounding on 5s, no rerolls of this dude. Oh yeah, 1 potential save. 3 up.
He saves
You're good. Right, so at the end of the fight phase, if you're in 1 inch of a Venom Thrope on a 5 up, any models within 1 inch suffers a mortal wound. So I believe it's only your Warlord. So on a 5 up, no. pretty nasty. I didn't think they were going to be that good in close combat. That's not bad. I might have to use those guys a bit more. Right.
So obviously no morale for your guys. Scoring wise, I secured got Master of the Warp for 1 point. I haven't secured Objective 2, nor Objective 5. I did kill a Psyker. It doesn't say a unit, it just says a Psyker.
Correct, yeah.
So that is just 2 points for me, so it puts me up to 8.
Wow, impressive. Okay, I drew 2 cards this turn because I scored 1 last turn. So I have no prisoners, so score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed. Between 3 and 5, get D3. So I'm hoping for at least 3. There's a tank there with some damage on it. Blood and Guts, score 1 victory point if an enemy was destroyed in the fight phase. 3 or more, get D3, which is always really nice. Stacks well with the other one. Swarm, score 1 victory point if you control more objectives than your opponent. Well, I'm hoping to get that one over there because of the 2 Razorbacks, and I'm hoping to wipe these guys out over here. Witch Hunter, well, hopefully I destroy the Psyker over here. And Kingslayer, so hopefully Kingslayer is going to happen as well because he's got 2 wounds left on him. So I will go with the movement. I walked these guys, there was no point in advancing. But I did advance the Broodlord over here. And then I have moved the Flying Hive Tyrant over here. That's all my movement. Monster of Strain to Psychic. It's going to be fairly easy, I think. So I'm going to put my regular Smite, it's not Super Smite anymore because I'm down to 3 models, not 4, into the nearest model, which is the Psycho. So I need 5 to go off. It goes off on an 8. Would you like to deny it, sir?
Yeah. Fails to deny.
Okay, so it's D3, big old 1. And they'll use their second power, which is Psychic Scream, which is quite nice, because you are a Psycho, are you not?
I am.
So warp charge value of 5, you are within 18. It's D3 mortal wounds if successful. In addition, if you're a Psycho, roll 2 dice, and if the result is higher than your leadership, I randomly select one of your psychic powers, and you cannot no longer use it. So, massive build up, and now I'm going to roll a 3. Okay, goes off. I can't deny it.
Nope.
So it's D3 mortal wounds on your Psycho for a big old 1. So he's left on 1. And we need to see if I can beat your leadership, which is 8. Which I do not. So I do not remove any of your psychic powers. So my Warlord will attempt to smite. Actually no, because I need to kill you in the close combat phase, don't I? So that's probably not a good idea then. So I will use the Horror on your Warlord, which is pretty close. Does go off, so the Horror is an effect on your Warlord, so it's -1 to hit. Warlord. I will not cast Smite because I need to kill you in close combat, really. Cool. Oh, and there is Warlord, not Warlord, sorry, my Broodlord over here is going to attempt Smite into the Razorback there. Goes off.
Super Smite.
I don't want to do that. If I destroy this now, it's all for nothing. Thankfully only 1. This is probably the only time anyone's said that for Super
Yeah,
Smite.
I think so.
Thankfully that's only 1. Right, okay. Shooting phase. No shooting over here. Certainly no shooting over here. So I've got these 2 guys, which are... I'm going to put 1 shot in the Rhino, and sorry, the damage Razorback, and the rest into the other. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so the one in the damage Razorback misses. And the others, because I don't think I'm within 18, I am. So no minuses to my shooting. The Razorback at the back. Still hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s, I believe, because you're toughness 7?
Yeah, T7.
Okay, so that is 2 saves.
Roll them in there. Dice tray. That is 2 go through.
Wow, okay.
Although I'd probably get cover, actually.
Yes, you probably would,
so
yes.
1 goes through.
Do they ignore cover because they don't need line of sight? That's a good point, isn't it? If that's a thing, or have I just made that up? So like I said, guys, very new to this. Do apologise in advance. So, units attack do not get any bonus to saving throws for being in cover.
There we go. So 2 go through.
Something in my brain said that. Wow.
Six
Okay.
damage. Very
6
nice.
damage. Not bad. That's the end of the shooting because I believe the tentacles aren't a pistol shot. It'd be pretty wicked if they were. Classed as pistols, even though they're tentacles. Right. So I'm going to split charge. So I'm going to put 5 into there and the rest into there.
Cool. So Overwatch from first one.
Okay.
1 hit. 1 wound.
Dead.
Hooray!
So only 4 getting over there.
And here, both miss.
Okay, so don't think they can fail. I'm going to roll them anyway. Yeah. So only 4 over here. Two inches, 2 inches. So that guy's obviously not in combat.
He's within an inch of this guy, so he would be able to strike.
Yes, I suppose he would. Barrel full of monkeys. They're just not letting go. Stop holding hands! They just like each other like a lot. Okay, so Broodlord now can charge that without being shot. He's well inside. There's 3 wounds on him. Cannot be overwatched over here. So split charge. Funny if I missed. So this is going to be precarious. Eee, look at that, like it was meant to be. Takes the table out, everything's on fire. It's fine. Right, so I will do the Razorbacks first. Excuse me while I grab a bucket full of dice. So the 4 at the back, hitting the Razorback, hitting on 2. Wounding on 5s now, is that correct? You don't have Might of Heroes. Makes a bit of a difference. 6s are good though. So 1 6 and 2 regular saves. So how do you want to do it? The 6 just goes through, so 1 damage, so 2 regular saves.
4s.
-1 I believe, isn't it actually? Yeah, so you'll still be fine, you've still got...
Going to 2.
No worries, okay. And then the other guys, I'll grab even more dice. Really loud dice. Anything but 1s. Okay. There's a nice clump of 1s over there. And then 5s to wound. Is that right? Because he hasn't got Might Heroes on him now, has he? Might Heroes makes a bit of a difference, doesn't it? Okay, 6s will go through, so that is 4 already. Does it blow up?
Does it blow up?
No, it doesn't. And very kindly, our glamorous cameraman reminded me I've still got 1 Gene Stealer hitting the Razorback at the back. Okay, 50% fail. One regular save. Well, -1, sorry.
Goes through.
So he's on 1 wound. Can't interrupt because you've only got 1 CP left, is that correct?
No, they're all spent.
Okay, all spent. So my other charge attack is obviously going to be my Warlord. Now he's got 4 attacks and he's got a tail. So I think there's no point gambling, is it? Because you've got 3 of them vulnerable save and must put them all into your Warlord.
You've got a unit that always fights first.
Ah, yes. So Squiddy. Squiddy always fights first. 2 attacks, hitting on 4. It only attacks the Warlord anyway. Wounding on... You've still got my heroes on, haven't you? So wounding on 5s, re-rolling. Nope. So yeah, all of my attacks are going to go into the Warlord. Blue is going to be his tail. So they're all hitting, I believe, on 3s. Just double check that. That's the case. Hive Tyrant hitting on 2. So they're all good. Any 6s, but I think that's on the wound for the toxin. Right, so the blue, which is the pincer tail, is strength 6. So still wounding you on 3s. Okay, so that's a regular save for D3 damage.
Goes through.
Okay, so 1 damage. See,
Goes to 1.
Still there. Still there. And then I'll go for the Siving Talons, also wounding you on 3s. Oh dear, dear, dear. Only the 1. So it's AP -3, not that it makes a difference.
So 3 plus. Saved it.
Damn, still alive. Alright, now I'm going to go and pick 1 non-charger unit. So that'll be these guys. So 2 are going to go on the Librarian and 1 on the Warlord. So 2 on the Librarian first, hitting on 4s, nothing. And 1 on the Warlord, nothing. So you get to hit back, Sam.
So both of my units to strike back. So I will do...
And a Razorback.
the Razorback.
And the Razorback.
So I'll do my... really need to kill a character, essentially. Toughness of the Hive Tyrant?
Toughness 7.
Toughness 7, okay. So my Warlord will put 2 attacks into the Venom Throat, and then he'll put the rest of the attacks into the Hive Tyrant. So 2 attacks into the Venom Throat. So I'm -1 to hit because of Horror, and -1 to hit because of Power Fist. So I'm hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s into the Venom Throat. So 1 hit, and he's wounding him on 2s.
Wow.
So that's a save at -3.
Okay, I think he's only going on vulnerable save. Pretty impressive if you have anything else. So his invulnerable save is 4 up. Right, let's go for a nice dice. 4 up. We got
on the Venom Throat.
Oh, on the Venom Throat?
Yeah,
I do apologise.
That
That will just kill him outright.
Cool. So I've got the 4 attacks into the Hive Tyrant.
Okay.
So these will be also hitting on 4s and re-rolling 1s. Re-roll the 1. So that's 3 hits. He's hitting at strength 10, and because of his Warlord trait, he's re-rolling wound rolls.
Very nice.
So re-rolling the wound rolls. That is 2 saves, -3.
So now I need my 4s. Okay, fail 1.
So it's D3. 3.
Not bad, not bad.
Then my Librarian will strike into the Zoanthropes. So it's 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. 2 hits, and he's hitting at strength 6 with the stave. So So
threes.
he does 1 wound.
3 up. I make it.
Is that?
Okay, don't forget your Razorback.
My Razorback with 1 attack, and it hits on a 6.
You got this.
So kill another Jet Stealer.
Yeah.
It hits. Does it wound on a 3? No.
Okay. So at the end of my turn, obviously no morales needed. Yeah, didn't go the plan. I was really hoping for the no prisoners, blood and guts, things like that. I did get swarm because I've got more models around objectives than you have, so I get 1 point for that. Sadly, I only got 1 point for blood and guts, 1 point for no prisoners. I was hoping to get the D3 for more than 3 models killed. Really good saves there. Yeah, good rolling. So I got 3 more points there, which takes me up now to 7 to your 8, I believe.
That's right.
Okay, that's the end of my turn 3.
Okay, so beginning of turn 4, we've moved the Razorback out of combat with the Gene Stealers just to deny some free strikes. My Warlord has stayed in combat with the Hive Tyrant and Zoanthropes, and my Librarian has jumped out of combat onto Objective 5. Now, objectives wise, I drew Defend Objective 3, very unlikely. Secure Objective 5 and Defend Objective 5, which is why the Librarians dropped out of combat. Otherwise, I've still got Assassinate, still got Kingslayer, and still got Secure Objective 2. So, on to some Psychic. So, going to begin with a Might of Heroes onto my Captain. So, going off on a 6, which doesn't go off because of the -1 from the Shadow in the Warp.
Yeah.
And then a Smite into the Zoanthropes, so again on a 5 this time, which goes off on effectively a 6.
I try to deny this, and I do.
You do. So no psychic impact at all. Shooting, I don't believe in fact my Captain's got a pistol, so you might as well shoot a cheeky bolt pistol round into the Hive Tyrant, so hitting on a 2.
-1.
A -1. So that's a miss with the pistol, and the Librarian's also got a pistol, so shoot a pistol shot into the Zoanthropes, hitting on a 3, and wounding on a 4. That is a wound.
Okay, 3 up. I'm okay.
Cool. No shooting from the Razorback because it withdrew from combat. So shooting phase complete, so just on to assaults. So no charges because my Librarian fell back, so just my Captain who is in combat, so he's going to stay in combat with the Hive Tyrant, so he's going to put all his attacks into the Hive Tyrant. Okay. So he's hitting on 4s still, because he's still horrid and he's still got Power Fist, so cool. 4s reroll 1, reroll 2 1s. It's 4 hits.
Ooh.
Now he's down to strength 8, so he's winning on 3s.
And you get the reroll, don't you?
And the rerolls.
Impressive.
So that
You
is
don't need the reroll.
4 invulnerable saves.
So 4 ups, please. Ooh, fail 2.
So it's not enough to kill him, but it's 2d3. Just the 3 damage.
Leave me with 5. Not the best.
So your combats.
Right. So I'm going to put all of my attacks obviously into him from my Warlord. So red dice are going to be the talons, and the white is going to be the tail. And now I'm dropping profiles though, because he's not just a regular dude, he's a monstrous creature, so I don't believe I'm hitting on 2s anymore. So I am on 3s. Dun dun dun. Alright. So those 2 now would be fails. So I'm wounding on 3s. Okay, so 1 with no AP, it's D3 damage, that's for the tail.
Saved.
All good. These 2, no 6s, 6s are nice. So -3, so it doesn't matter, 3 up and shield.
He saves.
Oh, all day long. These guys...
Whereas Owen Throat pokes him in the eye and kills him.
Doubtful, doubtful. 1 attack each, hitting on 4s.
No.
Nothing. Nothing.
So that is the end of my turn 4.
Are you dropping any cards?
I secured objective 5 with the librarian.
Cool.
So that puts me up to 9 victory points. And in terms of discarding, I'm going to discard defend objective 3.
Okay. Right. Okay, so my turn 4, I got Assassinate. So there's 2 characters on the table at the moment with 1 wound apiece. Hopefully that's going to happen. I've got Dominate, so that's Psychic Powers. So probably going to do that. Big Game Hunter. Now the Razorback's got 1 wound left, so surely that's going down. That's going to happen, right? Witch Hunter, so that Psyker's got 1 wound left. I need to kill him. Kingslayer, once again Warlord. It's only got 1 wound left. So the only thing I can't do is, the priority orders received, I drew defend objective 3, which is over on that side of the table, and when it's priority orders received, only the Warlord can score it. So I've moved the Warlord back slightly, because I can move out, shoot and charge back in, because I'm Kraken and Jammy, and everyone loves Kraken. I've advanced the Broodlord up, who's currently on 3 wounds. So I'll go straight to Psychic. So I'll try a Smite with the Broodlord against the Psyker. Needing a 5. Getting a 6. Would you like to try to deny?
Yep. No.
Okay, so whatever I roll, it's going to kill him. 1. So a 1 has killed him. Right. Regular Smite. So I need 6s now. Does not go off. So then I'll use my Psychic Scream, which is also a 5. Only just goes off. D3, whatever it is, it's killed the Warlord. It's gone. So then that will bring me to the shooting phase. So these 2 lovely Hive Guard here, I'm going to try to shoot the Razorback way over there. Might be outside of this nearest enemy, and that's the only enemy on the board. So 4s. Okay, and then 3s to wound. 2 saves.
It's gone.
Whatever it is, it's gone. Does it blow up? Do you take any nids with you?
No.
No, you don't. Okay, so at the end of my turn, scored 1 for Assassinate, 1 for Dominate, 1 for Big Game Hunter, 1 for Witch Hunter, Kingslayer, which is a mighty D3, so that's 3 points for that one there, and a Warlord kill as well, that's an additional point, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points this turn, bring me to a mighty 15.
Well done, Ross.
Wow, okay, I think we're going to call it there. I mean, the game could continue if you wanted to.
With no models, yes.
With no models. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, that's true.
Tom's game with Ant, who was Custodes, yeah, did it right actually in the end. He managed to draw, which is quite close. So obviously line breaker, 16 points to you. You still got quite a few.
I've still got 9, yes.
9? It's not bad.
That's quite about a good comeback from where it started at the beginning, isn't it?
Definitely, definitely. Lovely game. I made a few mistakes in my first proper NID tryout. Gene Stealers have a -4 AP if they roll 6s. And I made a few slight cock-ups. But if there's anything that I didn't notice, please leave a comment below. But brilliant game. Thank you very much for a fun game. Thank you.